going on?
We are back.
Hearing that good, baby.
Oh man, we're gonna try to run this back. We had a little technical difficulties before, but we're gonna let that stop us.
Contacted HR, everything good.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Minor League Films. Today we got a trailer reaction for you. That new Scream 6 trailer dropped yesterday. We tried to get it done earlier, but we couldn't. But we're here now, so don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell, and comment below. Let us know what you're thinking. Are you excited for this new Scream?
I am.
You like, they need to get done with this franchise. Been going on since '96, which is a long time.
Never stop.
Well, it's a long time to have a straight continuation of a franchise.
Tell it to Halloween and Friday 13th.
I mean, well, last Halloween was rebooted. How long did the original series of Halloween go?
It was on from like 87, I think, to 2000, and Resurrection came out like 2005, and then the last one 2006. So yeah, that's a long time. 88 or 87 to 2006.
Well, Scream is pushing that. I think 96, and we're in 2023. So
Freddy Krueger, same length. Friday 13th may have been even longer.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like they dropped more consistent movies. They were kind of just like bang, 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 bang. Like Scream has been a gap just to, kind of just keep running it from time to time. So
they have some problems.
We are gonna hop into that. But the first, man, I just want to talk about Scream in general, man. One of my favorite horror series of all time. I mean, no, my favorite slasher series of all time. Really, with just way back in the day of how they sort of played to those horror movie rules, which made Scream so I think so popular, and people liked it so much. It's just those factors. How have you felt about the series? I know you've seen the fifth one, and I haven't seen the fifth one, but you say you were excited for this one. So how have you felt about this series as a whole up until now?
I mean, I liked number one, and I can't remember whether it was 1 and 3 or 1 and 2, but there was one in between that. I think it was 1 and 2. I liked number 3. I was like, I didn't need this movie. 4, I thought was okay. I didn't care for the villain's motive. So I guess out of the 5, 2 I didn't really care for at all. The last one, while I won't say it was the best thing ever, I thought it was very well done for what it was. I felt like it was kind of like not necessarily a reboot, but you know how some of these horror series have been like, they'll have like 20 or 10 or whatever, however many movies like Halloween did. Yeah. And then they'll just say, forget all what you just saw except for the first one. I feel like they actually did that with number 5. They did that with number 5, but I feel like if you watch number 5, you haven't seen it yet, they did the same thing where it's like, forget all these movies except for number 1 and 2, and then we'll take off from there. And I think that's why I think 5 actually was good in my opinion. Same thing with the Halloweens. Freddy Krueger didn't do that yet. Jason almost did that, but they stopped it for some odd reason. Yeah. So I think a lot of these long horror series are going to start doing that very soon.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing I've liked about this one is, you see here, they've kept pretty much the same cast, just going through. So obviously, I've ruined it for you if you haven't seen it till now, because all of them seem to find a way to live. Find a way to get from movie to movie, from high schoolers to now they're old adults. So
the 3 in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, the other 2 did not make it one movie, but the other 3 in the middle, yeah, they've made it so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and
play that thing, man. Play that thing.
Here, and you're gonna see our reaction. Have not seen this yet, so let's run it.
Please help me. Just
in line here, girl. You got a problem here, guy?
Now look.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. See that coming.
His mask is dirty.
Now he got a gun.
He don't even care about stealth at all.
And I'm saying, he in the middle of public.
had this secret. There's a darkness inside of me. It followed me here. And it's gonna keep coming for us.
We share a certain history. This isn't like any other ghost face.
Oh, my girl's
What
back.
is this place?
A shrine. We've got to lure him in.
I got a
We
cold.
execute him.
Oh, the phone call.
Hello.
Let's play a game.
You
What's
know
your
you're like the
favorite
10th guy to
game,
try
dude?
this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gale. I'm something different.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
You want me. So let's finish this.
Guys?
All right, now look.
Good costume.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's
I'm excited.
that's actually a pretty fire trailer. I'm back excited.
Yeah, I'm impressed by that. Usually slasher films trailers suck, but I'm impressed by that one.
Yeah, go to my guy Larry first watch. Yeah, for me too, man. I did not know what to expect because I'm not gonna lie. When that trailer, and probably the reason I haven't seen the scene 5 yet is when I watched that original trailer for 5, and I was like, oh, 5 is coming. I saw that trailer and I was like, I don't know about that. It started looking a little goofy.
No,
So-
you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
I
Like
will
today.
check out 5. And also our guy Mike is in the chat.
Mike is all that's what I'm talking about. Always.
Yeah, they're comedy, and that's the thing. Horror, and you're right 100%. Horror is always fun. And I think we talked about this when we did the Smile, when we reviewed Smile. The good thing about horror is that you balance the comment. I mean, you balance the tension and kind of which danger you put your characters in, but you also got to balance comedy, because if you just leave it tense all the way through, it kind of wears off a little bit. You got to lighten up your crowd and be like, all right, let's relax for a second, and then really throw them back into the tension. And that's what makes the ride, a lot better. So
Yep.
Scotty, you've seen 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get these up here, but let me know what you think about this trailer.
Oh man, I actually kind of blown away by the trailer. That's probably the best trailer I've seen for a slasher film since I was a kid. Like, they really did there's a lot of suspense in there. I'm kind of like confused as to why Ghostface is dodging bullets and disappearing.
First time
he's
I
on
seen
the-
him with a gun.
Yeah, he's on, which means Ghostface might have a Bluetooth because upgrades technology, because he was wrestling the guy while he was still talking. Man got a Bluetooth. That's up in the game. We ain't seen a killer with a Bluetooth ever. That's crazy. And
Yeah.
it looks like it's going off. I'm not gonna give it away for you, but it's going off number 5 with it has some characters from number 5 in there. So, like I said, this is like the new group of the Ghostface crew. They don't have the main character in there. I'm kind of disappointed that she's not in there, but of course she said she wasn't going to be in this movie, the girl who plays Sydney, because they didn't offer her hardly any money for it. So I understand that.
In her character's defense, she probably should be in China by now, because if this happens to you 5 times, bro, I'm getting my astronaut ass up to the moon, and I'll just find a way to get off Earth. He'll probably find her there, to be honest.
Well, you got to watch the last movie. There's an explanation for exactly what you just said.
Yeah. And then Larry said, the problem I have with these kind of movies is that they always have many outs to stop the killer, and somehow they miss shots from 5 feet away. Yeah. Man, with the beginning of that trailer, the only like teeny problem I have is like this dude walking up in a suit and you in the middle of were they in a gas station or a little circuit, whatever? It's like, all right, you ain't about to let that dude walk up on you. I don't care. Like, no, you're not just getting stabbed like that. It's goofy, but
yeah, I think he when they say he's different, maybe he's different. Because I mean, looking at his mask is dirty, but then look clean in the other scene. So it might be like two different people. It could be, maybe he has some kind of supernatural stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not. I hope they keep it simple. And
Me too.
I also like that they always, that voice actor that played the very original, they keep him going as far as these movies, and it's always been the same guy doing the voice. So I think that is a really great part. As soon as you hear that voice, man, and if you're a fan of the series, you can't help but get excited. But yeah, I wonder that too. They say he's different, and I'm like, well, different how? Like, don't give me no super. I mean, this is Scream, man. Don't give me no supernatural. Give me a comedic serial killer that likes to have fun. Give me some teenagers, which they seem to replace. I saw Jenny, what's her name? Jenny Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, I saw her in here. I recognize her. Also, they brought my girl back from the fourth one. Let me see if I can find her.
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere. They brought her back. So
yeah, she's pretty good in horror stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seemed like everybody from the last movie that was alive is in this movie.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. It looks like they're not even in the same town.
Yeah,
so that means they've been followed somewhere.
Oh, that's Courtney Cox. Yeah, there she is right there. She aged a little bit. Got a little older. She played she played a high schooler in the fourth one. Yeah, high schooler. So
she's pretty good. It's like she's definitely a lot older. But yeah, it's gonna be some twists and turns in this one. Like last one had a couple twists and turns, and that's why I wanted you to see it, because you might recognize I'm sure you didn't recognize the two characters in this movie that I wanted you to, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You got to watch number 5 to pay attention to that.
Yeah. I might just go ahead and just run that out tonight.
Run that thing, man.
There, you got another one. The scene with multiple masks on the subway was kind of dope. Reminded me of the new Batman. They have a bunch of fan dudes dressed up as villains. Yeah, I like it. The only problem I have with this is like when they do that, is it always just happens to be Halloween or some costume party going on. So when he gets on the subway, it's like, oh, that's just that's just Jeff. He dressed up as. It's like, man, come on. This happens every time there's a bunch of crazy looking dudes on the subway.
Yeah, it's crazy because usually I was just thinking I was thinking at first, like, usually he doesn't even wait till Halloween to kill people. I think he waits till like the specific dates of when Sydney's mom died or when the first attack happened.
Yeah,
I think he patterns it around them and not Halloween. So I can't remember whether the last movie was Halloween or not. I don't think it was.
Yeah, I know the first 4 were not. They're just pretty much normal times and around the high school and things like that. So I gotta watch 5, but yeah, man, just a lot of factors. It looks like it's shot pretty well. Like I said, hopefully I'll get to learn these new characters because a lot I haven't. But it seems like only Courtney Cox is really back from our original crew. I don't see you said Sydney, Nev Campbell, that's her name. She's not in here, and David Arquette, I didn't see him either, so maybe he'll be in it, maybe he won't. I didn't check the IMDb, so I probably won't.
Don't check
to see him in there. But yeah, man, this has got me really excited. It makes me want to watch the trailer again, to be honest, but I won't make y'all watch it with me. But that looked awesome, man.
It did.
It got me excited.
And one thing about 5 is that I was telling you about 5 was actually really well shot for a slasher film. They took out they brought all the experts in there because that movie was well shot.
Yeah,
so I was very impressed. So this one, I'm sure it's going to be well shot too. Like it looks interesting. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, and just the fun of these movies, man, is to sit down and try to figure out who's the killer. And things like that. So that's always has what made it fun. I mean, sometimes they made it pretty easy, then sometimes they've hit it, and then sometimes they brought in 2 different killers. So it's like, oh, you really can't guess it because we got another person also on top of that. So that'll be the fun part. But I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. I can't wait to see it. I'm psyched for it. Scotty, you got any last words on it? I'm
actually gonna see this in theaters. Usually I
got him.
I try not to see slasher films in theaters, but I saw 4 and 5 in theaters, and I was very impressed with 5. So I'm gonna go see 6 in theaters. Day it comes out.
Oh man, hey, everybody got him one. Well, if you're gonna see it in theaters and you excited, let us know in the chat, man. I'm excited. Don't want to keep you too long. This is just a trailer review, but Scotty, let's go ahead and get out of here. If people want to talk to you about the new upcoming Scream, or they want to talk to you about what happened in 5, where can they find you?
You can find me at Instagram at Scotty Get Down 1 or TikTok at K Corona. Where can they find you?
Well, if you talk to Scotty, you thought he's off with who the killer's going to be, but you want to come to me because I might be the expert. But you can find me at Flyknit Johnson at both IG and TikTok now. Also at Twitter at CityBoy Quentin. But let me not be selfish. You want to talk to both of us? Hold on, we got one more.
I know Slasher
in here.
I don't know. When I go to movie theater, I like to see like a whole bunch of production, like explosions in my face, asses flying around, body parts slinging around, gunshots, and all that kind of stuff. Just people getting stabbed. I don't feel like I need to go to theater to see that. That's just how I feel about it. But when it's like a big, huge horror film like Halloween, Scream, or like Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger, I'll go see those. But something like what's a slasher film that was real light, like My Bloody Valentine? Ain't no way I was going to see that in theaters.
No.
Ain't no way. My Bloody Valentine or a Child's Play movie? Nah. Ain't no way.
Hey, Larry said you just don't want to get scared around people around.
Nah, it's dark. I put a hoodie up.
See, the thing I'll say about it is, to be honest, you probably watch enough horror movies for like jump scares and stuff not to scare you, but you're gonna jump if they ramp the volume up to like 50. You just don't. You're like, I thought somebody might be shooting in theater, like if you do that, it's kind of a cheat code. So, do
you remember the last movie I jumped in and my leg was like shivering the whole rest of the movie? Was what's it called? Insidious 3, where the girl got ran over by the car.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that scene where she just got hit. You didn't see it coming. It was just loud. Yeah, that one. I remember
when that old man kept coming to her apartment and throwing her up through the roof. I was jumping. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the last movie I jumped on in theaters.
Hey, Mike also said no more excuses, man. One thing real quick we're going to try to do is, Scott, I didn't tell you, but I want you to write down your best and worst movies this year. We'll share that at the end of the year. So just start to make a list, and also your best theater experiences. Like I said, my one last year was Top Gun.
You mean for last year? You want to share it for last year?
No. Do it for this year because last year's already passed, so we're not going to go back. Or maybe we'll do like a halfway through the year and then do a final in the year. Okay. But hey, thank y'all in the chat, man. Obviously, pop the questions, and we're on social media, which I'm about to tell you. If you want to find both of us, we are gonna be at Minor League Films or MLF, F as in Film 1. And just see Boy Quentin on Twitter because I use mine for the channel. So if you got any questions, or if you want us to watch something, you want to talk about it. We got our first email the other day. Somebody wanted us to watch Hacksaw Ridge, which I've already seen. I don't think you haven't, and talk about it.
I just got through the first half this morning, so I'm gonna finish the last half tonight.
Yeah, but we'll talk anything, man. Just let us know. We'll talk about it, and obviously appreciate you joining us. All right, everybody. We'll catch you next time. We should have some shows coming up. I'll throw them up on Twitter when I get a chance to see what our schedule is. But again, thank you for those at Minor League Films. We are out. As I find the video.